Who's here? Huh? Huh? Who's here? Huh? Huh? What the fuck is going on? I didn't expect people to show up so fast. I'm doing okay. There is no such thing as a Scottish Godzilla. Scottish Godzilla. It's a kaiju. Yeah, no intro tonight. We're just gonna keep. I gotta readjust myself here. Hold on. Sorry about that. I actually was somewhat unprepared. I got wrapped up in shopping, and when I looked at the time, I'm like, all right, well, I don't have time to play music or do an intro, so we're just gonna abruptly start, and we're gonna keep it a little simple tonight because Papa Bear is not feeling too well. I don't feel sick, but I've had this sore side. I didn't sleep well last night. I was really, really tired. And I'm just like, I don't know if I feel like... What the fuck? Oh, yeah, I don't know if I feel like playing a video game. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't know if I feel like playing a video game. And then I forgot we weren't going to play a video game. And then I was like, what the fuck were we supposed to do tonight? I don't even remember. I know I had planned something. I just don't remember now. Yeah, it's just this pain in my side that I've had for like the past 3 months, and it's just annoying the shit out of me. And I can't figure out what's causing it. And sometimes it spreads around. It's just annoying. We were going to do the Halo stream. Remember, I said that I wanted to hold off until my new computer came in. Because I don't want to install a game when I'm in the middle of actually uninstalling and taking stuff off this computer. So, that's why. And then after that, I thought I planned something. I wasn't sure. But I got caught up shopping. I was looking at miners. I was going to buy, well, was going to buy. I bought a crypto miner. So I was busy like deciding between two of them. So I bought one that's a little bit cheaper, but a little bit more popular. And it mines helium, which is a pretty popular coin right now. So I got that. What's going on with everybody? How's everybody doing? What's everyone up to? Does my desktop noise work today? Let's find out. Let's find out. No, it's not working. Ain't that a bitch? You guys didn't hear that, did you? It's not working again, huh? It's really been a problem lately. Did you guys hear that at all? No. Really been a problem with my desktop audio lately. I don't know why. Yeah, no, nobody heard it. It's not cool. Oh, look at that. YouTube updated. Oh, no, never mind. They did. I thought they did. I was like, YouTube updated that to take that extension out, but it still works. Yeah, my desktop thing is not working again. I don't like that. I don't know why it's not working. Let me just make sure. Hold on. Yeah, it's not working again. I don't know why it does that. That means every scene I got to change again. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Wait. Never mind. Hold on. I know why it's not working. Hold on. Now let's try again. Hold on.
It is time to finish the fight.
Duh. I had the volume down. All right, enjoy work. I had the volume down. That's right, because yesterday we were watching stuff. You Bing chillin'? I don't know what that means. Hey, what's going on, Omni? Monkey Ooga Booga. We gotta figure out another name for you. That name's just not cutting it, I don't think. What's going on, Aztec? James, what's up? I went to check up on my you guys remember they put on pre-order like earlier this year the Godzilla Singular Point Godzilla, the final form. So I ordered the bigger one. It was like, I think it was like $100 or something like that. So I reached out to them today because it was supposed to come out this month, and they said probably late this month, early January. All I know is I better get that shit soon. Got to be at work till midnight, so it's great to have Rob stream to listen to. Yeah, it ain't going to be anything. I don't have any particular I mean, there's always entertainment stuff to talk about, but, you know, it's like, are we really? I mean, what do we got? Does anything come out this week? No movies, right? So we don't got no Matrix this week. Spider-Man's not till next week. Do you have anything dropping at all? Is The Witcher dropping this weekend? There got to be something coming this weekend. All this big talk about December. The Game Awards. Who gives a shit about that? I've never once watched the Video Game Awards. Like, who gives a shit? Do I have any interest in the Sonic 2 trailer tomorrow? Probably. I like the first one. I thought the first one was good. My God. They're coming out with a new one already? Jesus Christ. When is it supposed to come out? Next year? Is it a 2022 or 2023 release? It's got to be 2022 if they're showing a trailer already. Yeah, just released in Japan. It'll take a couple of weeks for it to come to the U.S. I'm still waiting on my Gigan that was supposed to arrive in October. Excited for Idris Elba as Knuckles. That's a weird selection, but it should be good. 2022? Wow, that was quick. Didn't the first one come out in 2020? Early 2020? Like before the pandemic? My God, that was great. Is Jim Carrey returning? I knew they were making a sequel. I just didn't think it'd be this fast. Witcher comes out next Friday too. So what? I have to choose between watching The Witcher or going to watch Spider-Man? Jesus Christ.
It has to be Spider-Man for me kids.
Yeah, it's got to be Spider-Man because my kids are going to want to see it. Even though they haven't seen the first two. I don't know if I want to take them to see it. Maybe I'll take them to see it with my wife after I see it first. He's returning? Wow, that's cool. Because normally Jim Carrey is not big on sequels. He doesn't like to, well, at least in the early part of his career, he didn't like doing sequels. I think now he's like, I'm trying to get paid, which is why he came back and did Dumber and Dumber too. You might be able to still find tickets for Thursday. I don't think I'm worried about that for my area, to be honest. Like, I know there's people selling them on eBay, but that's for you big city folk. Us country folk, we don't need to worry about that shit. But just to be sure, let me see. Because then I might have to get on eBay. Let me check. Might have to buy them today. Maybe I'll buy them right now just to be on the safe side. Let's see. Friday the 17th. Let's see if there's anything open for Thursday. Because if there is, I'll go Thursday. Okay, Thursday. Yeah. All tickets available. No problem. Only you city folks. So I keep telling you guys, get the fuck out the city. You think I'm playing? Life is much better outside the city. Trust me. You don't got to worry about tickets selling out for your favorite movies that you have to buy on eBay for 20 grand. Tickets available for all times, standard, 3D, everything. I got my pick of the litter. My pick of the litter. Man, gotta stop living in the city. That's what it comes down to. Let me see. Do I want to go at 3? 3 o'clock is kind of late. I'd rather go earlier than that. Yeah, all seats available. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's try a different time. Not all seats. I mean, some tickets have sold, but it's not completely sold out is what I'm saying. Let's see. Let's try 3:15. No, it's still too early. I think I'll take, you know what? I think maybe the latest showing for me might work. That might be better. Got my tickets already. Yeah, I mean, like I said, just don't got to worry about that stuff down here. So far, every time I've clicked on it has had seats available. Again, I'm not saying like all seats, there's some sold out. Not sold out, but like half the theater is sold. But in terms of being completely sold out, yeah, that's not a thing. That's not a thing that happens down here. All right, let's see here. That's a good seat. Oh, actually, that's the seat I prefer. It's bad because it's like the one regular seat on the handicap row, but it's perfect because there's nobody in front of you, which I like, and it's an aisle seat, which I also like. But that's the row that has like all handicap seats, and the 2 last seats are regular seats. It's not too close to the front, and it's not all the way in the back, and there's nobody in front of you, so you can just chill. Those are the best, in my opinion. Usually those seats is gone first. Do I want to be the bastard who takes that seat when it needs to be the caregiver seat? It's available. I don't know. I just haven't decided on the time yet. Let me see. Let's see. Or maybe I can just wait till Friday. Maybe I'll go Friday? I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess, to me one way or the other. I guess the only reason I would want to see it on a Thursday is because I know motherfuckers are going to want to be talking about it all day Thursday. And there are seats available for Friday afternoon. Let me see. Do I want to go Friday afternoon? Now you got me like sitting here like thinking about which tickets to get. Well, I'm going to stream Friday, so I have to go early, right? And what is it, a 2.5-hour movie? So I can't go too late. So
If you're ready to go now, then yes.
let's see. And it's a little bit cheaper. It's like $10. Yeah. I don't know. You know what? I don't want to keep talking about this while you guys are here. I'll make my decision later. After stream, I'll buy my tickets. I'm probably going to go once by myself without the kids, and then I'll take the kids to see it. So, it's either going to be Thursday afternoon or Friday afternoon. Yeah, I think if you're forced to sit closer to the screen, your best bet is to sit no closer than 3. Like, I have a 3-row limit. I will never sit in the first 3 rows. But if push comes to shove and I have to sit towards the front of the screen, I make sure it's like 4th row and back. I don't do the first 3 rows. Once you get to the 4th row, you're kind of more leveled off. And I don't like to sit all the way in the back either. I kind of like to sit in the middle, off to the sides. I don't like sitting in the center, like some people do. I like to be on the aisle. I don't know why. That's just always been my thing. I say go Friday so I don't miss the stream on Thursday. A lot of people are going to miss the stream on Thursday anyway, or Friday, because people are going to go see it Thursday. And then Friday, people who haven't seen it are not going to show up if they don't want spoilers. So I may not even stream till Saturday. Maybe I just won't stream till Saturday. I think by Saturday, it'll be a safe time. That'll give me Thursday and Friday night off. Maybe I'll go see it twice. The middle seat is just right. Nah, I don't think so. The middle seat is just right if you want to, I don't know. I guess so. I don't really see a difference, to be honest, from the middle seat to the side seat. The screen is so goddamn big. I don't really see how you lose perspective. As long as I can see the screen, I don't really give a shit where I sit. I just know that whatever aisle I sit on, I want to be on the side. Plus, everybody goes for the middle first. I feel like if I'm not worried about the middle, I don't stress out. You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine all the people rushing to the website to order their middle tickets when these tickets went on sale? I mean, just the sheer stress of trying to do that is annoying. Well, yeah, they're a week away. Of course they're going to pop up now. They're still not showing anything. They're still giving a lot without showing much. So that's good. That's true. As long as you see the screen, it doesn't matter. That's really, yeah. You like the middle top? Rob, how do you feel about people buying extra seats just to make more space? Yeah, that's kind of fucked. Do people do that? I can't, considering how theaters are now, I can't imagine people being that stupid. Like, back in Massachusetts, they had the reclining seats. The leather ones, real nice, and they were fairly spacious. But this one we go to, I'm like, I mean, the sheer space between you and the person in front of you, or even the person next to you, is insane. Like, I mean, I had to buy a rope just to hold my wife's hand. Like, that's how much space we got. Did you ever watch the Into the Spider-Verse or Morbius footage? I did. I saw the Morbius footage last night because somebody said it was really violent and they were upset because it was more violent than Venom. Then, of course, it was a bunch of bullshit. There was like one speck of blood on the camera. Otherwise, there was no violence. The guy gets sliced in the neck and holds his neck and there's no blood. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? I like it not too high and not too low, just right. Bobby, that sounds pornographic. Yeah, Morbius does look good. I'm kind of interested in I'm definitely interested in checking that out. I don't think it looks bad at all, to be honest. I think it looks really good. Oh, that was you, King Venom. Yeah, King Venom was being overdramatic yesterday about the violence difference because, he's a Venom fan and he wants Venom to be the most violent thing on silver screen so he can praise it to high heavens. You don't know what to think of Morbius? Well, give it time. It does look better than Venom. I will agree with Mike on that. It does look better than Venom. Venom 1 was so bad, I have no desire to watch part 2. That's why when I was asking about it yesterday, I wanted to see if it was streaming for free. I don't mind watching a shitty movie that's free. I have a problem watching a shitty movie I got to pay for, which is why I didn't go see Venom 2. Tom Holland says he wants to fight Morbius in the next Spider-Man movie. The problem is that Sony is taking these Spider-Man villains and making them anti-heroes in their own movie. Like, why can't we have a villain movie? Like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with a movie? You can still have a protagonist to a lesser degree, but the star is the villain, and just have the villain win at the end. I mean, I don't understand why they can't do that. Like, all these movie filmmakers think they have to make a hero out of everything. No, make him a bad guy. The villain wins, and that's why Spider-Man's. You can do an end credit scene with Spider-Man saying, "All right, I'm gonna take care of this guy." You know, like, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. They got to be the hero, even though they're the villains. Like, that doesn't make any sense. It ain't marketable. No, you don't have to even market it. I mean, you have to market it, but don't market it as one or the other. Just keep it ambiguous. It's a comic book movie. No one is really dead. That's true. I'm telling you, Iron Man's going to come back a couple of years. I guarantee it. Unless they can find their next big hero, which theoretically should be Spider-Man. But I think, and this makes perfect sense, I think they're afraid to give Spider-Man the torch because Spider-Man, there's no guarantees with him. You know what I mean? There's no guarantees. You can't make Spider-Man lead the next wave of Avengers if he's not going to be around for it. Now, theoretically, I think the perfect fill-in for that would be Wolverine or even Professor X to a degree. But they're taking their sweet-ass time bringing the X-Men out. I know. It's just me being impatient. But I have a right to be impatient. Everything else they're kicking out now is worth a shit. Hawkeye came out today. Was it even? I didn't even watch it. Was it? Well, I'm not going to say if it's any good because the people here who like it are going to say it's good. I'll probably watch it and think it's shit. I don't know. I don't even know if I should go and watch it. Yeah. I wouldn't turn down that. How much work has he gotten since he left Iron Man? What did he do? He did Dr. Doolittle, which was shit. What else has he done besides that? I thought it was one of the weaker episodes of the series so far. Which means if you think it's weak, then that means that I think it's going to be shit. Man, Marvel. You know what? To be fair, it's really the Marvel shows that are pissing me off. It's not the movies. Because, like, I liked half of Shang-Chi. Really, I did. Like, I didn't like everything in the beginning. Like, him being a valet driver, going to the bar, karaoke. But once they got to his father, and once they got to Talo, that's when I was like, oh, I like this. The whole dragon fighting and the whole fantasy aspect of it, that I loved. Everything before that, I had no interest. He's casted in the upcoming Nolan film. Well, that's good. Hopefully Nolan doesn't overdo it this time. Nolan's been acting weird. I don't know what's going on with him. His movies lately have been weak. Tenet was so bad. Oh, my God. I watched that movie. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this bullshit? And you know what's sad? Tenet, the concept was so good. I was intrigued by the idea of how they grounded time travel, how it worked. That was so cool. The explanation to get there and everything surrounding the idea and the concept of the time travel was absolutely ridiculous. And I love Nolan, but goddamn it, can we just even up a little bit the music in your movies versus the dialogue? The dialogue is like, and then the music, burn. Sorry, I know I blew your eardrum. Sorry, but that's the point I'm trying to make. Like, the music is burn, and then the dialogue is turn up the volume. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But you want to know something, Cinecron? In all honesty, I think Tenet had probably one of the best approaches to time travel. It was so grounded the way it worked, but it's the way they went about trying to explain. Like sometimes you don't have to explain every little detail. You know what I mean? Just do it. and then boom blasted music and shit. Yeah, that's exactly what Nolan filmed. Even Interstellar was like that. Interstellar, the dialogue was so low and the music was just it's like he's giving Hans Zimmer, like, you know, hey, I'll hook you up. We'll put this shit at 100%. We'll put dialogue at 30. I don't know if it's just my copy, but I had the same problem with John Wick. It's kind of hard to hear the dialogue over the music. I don't know. I mean, when's the last time I watched John Wick? I don't remember having that problem in the John Wick movies when I watched them, but I need subtitles for every Nolan film. You know what happens to me with every Nolan film? I play with the volume for the next 2 hours. I put up the volume when it's just dialogue, and I lower the TV when it's, and then put on subtitles when there's dialogue and music. Same thing with Dune. Yeah, but Dune wasn't as bad. You know what I mean? Plus, I didn't think the Dune music was that good. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't some of Hans Zimmer's best work. And it wasn't as, you know. Was the Batman trilogy like that? I don't remember. I don't recall a little bit, but not nearly as bad as Interstellar and Tenet. I feel that with Nolan's films, it's been progressively getting worse. Where it's going to get to the point where he's just going to release the film in subtitles. And it's going to be all music. No, most of Zimmer's music's just excellent. But I would say the Dune movie was not... It's not that the music in the Dune movie was bad. It's just compared to his other stuff, it wasn't as good. You know, it's kind of tough to set the bar higher and higher. You know what I mean? I mean, some of his music, like Interstellar's music is great. Obviously, the Batman Dark Knight series is great. Inception, his music is great. You know, obviously, what was it? He also did Man of Steel, didn't he? If I'm not mistaken, that was excellent. So after a while, you're not gonna hit aces with every sound score you do. How can you say that? You two are always getting into it. Every stream, these two. King Venomzilla and Mike. What are you guys arguing about now? Do I have to put you guys in the fucking corner with a dunce hat? Although I would say Nolan's dialogue started to muddle with Bane in The Dark Knight. Right? I loved Bane's dialogue and his voice. I give it to you, the people. I didn't even watch Kung Fu Panda, to be honest. My wife loves that movie. Send them to detention? No, I'm going to send them to... Stay tuned. 1992 movie is what the Venom movies should have been. I never even heard of that. Why is it called Stay Tuned and not Venom? I don't know. What happened?
Puppy made a mess in my bed.
It was worse than that. I actually pulled some of the sheets back. Mwah.
Love you.
Love you too.
Good night.
But yeah, she does make a mess in there all the time. Send them to the gulag. I'm going to send them to North Korea. Victory has defeated you. Smart thing with Sony is they are not relying solely on Spider-Man. Yeah, no, that's true. They're obviously branching out into the Rogues Gallery. again, though, it's just weird because they're doing it in such a way that's making these guys like if you leave the theater liking Venom because even though he's a pretty crazy good guy, he's still a good guy nonetheless. And you do this with Morbius, then you're kind of making the audience choose. You know what I mean? It is better. Oh, Jesus. Morbius doesn't seem to be a good guy, though. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be bad either. Oh, okay. Any of you guys ever play a game called The Hunter Call of the Wild? As much as people hate Spider-Man 3, Venom was the one thing I liked about him was that he was evil. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. They're making all these Spider-Man villains into anti-heroes. Haven't heard of it? Anyone else? It was a game. I downloaded it like 2 weeks ago. It was free on Epic Store. And I finally put it in today to check it out. Because I was kind of like, I had to take my daughter to the doctor's appointment, so I kind of wanted to just mess around with it until it was time to leave. And I was pretty engrossed. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like a hunter type of person. You know what I mean? And I was reading up on it before I played it, and there were people who kept saying this is very accurate to hunting. And it was insane that it took me like real world, it took me like 2 hours to kill a deer. Because I kept tracking it, and then when I get close, he'd smell me. Because it's like a little map, you have to make sure you're not downwind, so they don't smell. It was pretty wicked. I played it for a while, and I was like, wow, this is actually pretty good. Even though you spend most of the time walking around because you're actually trying to hunt, but the scenery was nice. If it was no music or anything, nothing crazy. It's not like a run and gun kind of game, but it was really cool to just like virtually be out in the wilderness and you're hunting and you're looking at like deer shit or bear shit and you're using it to track and you're sneaking, and then you finally see I killed 2 in that, but there was one that it took me forever. But it's really cool because you kill it, then you harvest it, you know what I mean? Depending on where you kill it determines how much money you get. So if you hit the lungs or the heart, that's like the money shot because everything else is preserved. Like if it has antlers, that's worth a lot of money. I was impressed because it's not a genre I've ever touched before. But usually if I see a game that's for free, I'll download it no matter what. Even if I have free games on my PlayStation, I don't know if I'll ever touch them. But I download them because they're free. And I just decided to try this one. I wanted to try something different. So, hi. What's up?
Did you happen to use the bathroom
Yeah.
and not replace it?
Oh, did we run? Oh, I guess I didn't. I'm sorry. I thought there was some in there. Like, I don't know. I didn't. A roll, yeah. I didn't think I used the whole thing.
You did.
Well, I got a big ass, honey. What do you want me to do?
Well, replace it.
Since you're...
Since I replace it all the time.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I'm not going to replace it anymore.
It's called, it's not free anymore, but it's called Call of the Wild, The Hunter Call of the Wild. And they got a lot of DLC, though. That's the only thing. Like, they got a lot of cool stuff that's DLC. It's not super expensive. It's like $2, $3. But I just have the vanilla game. And I think you get like 2 or 3 maps. They're pretty big, and it takes a minute. Then you have like a lookout, so you can go to like this tower and pull out your binoculars and you look around. Every time you level, you can increase your skill, so you can become better at stalking. You can become better at ambushing. So that's the two builds you have. You can go up the ambush build, which is you increase like the effectiveness of your calls or your sprays or your hiding and stuff like that. Or you can go down the tree of like stealth, basically. So you're good at tracking. You get more information from tracking. The higher level you get, you can string your tracks, which sounds like something beautiful. Which I haven't gotten there yet because I was tracking this one deer and I felt like I was going in circles because when you first start off, it doesn't string the tracking together to make like a path. You're just catching certain tracks and you just got to guess which one is the right direction. So it's really, really like I was surprised how good it was. Like I was like, wow, I'm not even into hunting and this game is pretty fun. And again, it's not action packed. You'll be walking around for like hours, but you're so immersed in the idea of hunting this goddamn thing that those 2 hours just fly by. Like I was like, oh shit, I gotta go. You know what I mean? So Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, but Red Dead Redemption 2 is not a dedicated hunter. It's just part of the game. This is a dedicated hunting game. Rob, hope you're doing well. I've been playing Halo Infinite campaign and man, it's so good. Well, that's good. When did it come out? Yesterday, right? Was it yesterday it came out? '90s animated Venom over Sonyverse Venom. Oh yeah, by far. Oh, it came out today. What's today? Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah. Ow, shit. Reminds me of Ancestors Humankind Odyssey game. You know, I thought about picking up that game. How is it? Like I've heard. I remember when that game was like leading up to its release. A lot of people were kind of not like hyped like it was a AAA game, but there were a lot of people like feeling optimistic about it. And then ever since it came out, people have been giving it mixed reviews. And I've always been intrigued with the idea of trying it, but I don't know if I want to spend $40 on a game if it's going to be garbage. I'm actually trying to find games like that with a realistic perspective from an animal, like a tiger, good graphics and merchandise. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know the hunting game. There's a lot of DLC that opens up so many different animals you can hunt. But even in vanilla, you can hunt bears, moose, deer, coyote, rabbit, duck, mallards. I think they call it like it's like a type of duck. It's all right. Second game should be coming out. Wow, they got a second game coming out already? Ancestors on Humankind Odyssey. I might have to look up more details on it, but I'm simply about humankind because I like prehistoric animals in general. Yeah, I don't know how many of those there are. You should try to get Bigfoot. 5 players, you and 3 other friends can play as hunters, and then 1 other can play as Bigfoot. Hunters try to kill Bigfoot. That sounds like the Friday the 13th game. Would it be interesting playing a video game where you play as the animal getting hunted? Yeah. That sounds like the Friday the 13th game. Only, you're hunting as Jason, but I mean, still, it's you versus like 5 or 6 people. What do you think of the Across the Spider-Verse trailer? I mean, it's kind of ambiguous. You don't really know what the hell's going on, other than that Spider-Man 2099 pops up and is kicking Miles Morales' ass. But, once I see more. But I mean, I love the first one, so I'm pretty sure they'll do a good job with this one. I just don't hope they go too crazy with the, I wouldn't mind seeing a dedicated Miles Morales movie You know, it doesn't have to be the Spider-Verse. I'm still worried about the Matrix. Speaking of which, next Tuesday we're going to be skipping the anime Tuesday again because I'm going to be on Fat Samurai Guy's channel with his friend Lenny, and not your Lenny, his Lenny, and we're going to be talking about the Matrix, all the movies and the upcoming movie. It's going to be just a dedicated Matrix stream on Fat Samurai Guy's channel, so make sure you guys go there for that. There are rumors that Sony is developing a live-action Miles Morales Spider-Man movie. That would be nice. That would be nice. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wonder who would play him. Who would you get to play him? I mean, they're probably going to go young, so... You know who they can get to play him? That guy from Cobra Kai. Miguel. I think he'd be a good Miles Morales. Honestly, I don't feel hyped for the Matrix anymore. Not sure why I just started to feel mad about it. The first Matrix movie is incredible. Ooh, good choice. Yeah, I think he'd be good. What do you guys think? The guy from Cobra Kai playing Miles Morales, Spider-Man. I don't think he'd get chosen because I think in this day and age they're gonna want somebody that's black, even though Miles Morales is half black and half Spanish. But if I was casting, I would pick him to be my Miles Morales. Yeah, we need to get Japanese Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Caleb McLaughlin. That name sounds familiar, but I can't get I don't know. No doubt the first Matrix is the best, and yes, the actor from Cobra Kai is 100%. That's Miles Morales, yeah. I think even though he's a little older, he can pull it off. I think his real name is Javier or something, or... I forgot. Yeah, me and my one friend were playing it for a while, but then we both got bored with it. Got bored with what? What game was that, Jonathan? I wasn't paying attention. It's not Japanese Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man. It's S-U-P-I. Spider-Man. Is Spider-Man oversaturated in your opinion? Not yet. It's getting there. But not like Batman. Batman's got the oversaturation crown. I'm worried for Cobra Kai season 4. I hope the show keeps burning bright. If they're smart, they'll end it after one more season. A friend of mine from college and I have been trying to record some gameplays to publish them on YouTube. What game are you guys talking about? Oh, Dead by Daylight is a game that's like Friday the 13th. Okay, I get you. Yeah, I've never really been into those games. They did the same thing. They did a Predator game like that, and I heard it was trash. If it's spelled that way in katakana. Yeah. No, that's it. You got a Spider-Man. I love that shit. Do you ever see the Conan sketch with Spider-Man? And he used that footage. It's so funny.
You are one awesome motherfucker.
It was back in the day when I think the Spider-Man movie first came out, or the second one came out. Mm-hmm.
Bobby Reynolds tipped
$5.
I made a mistake. It wasn't stay tuned. The movie with Venom-like creature is called Split Second 1992. I was trying to find the name of it.
What's going on, Severio? Split Second. That sounds familiar. I thought I heard the showrunners said they're aiming for 5 or 6 seasons, but it could be mixing that up with Stranger Things. I don't think you are. I think both those shows have said that. So far, Cobra Kai has not worn out its welcome, so I feel pretty optimistic about season 4. I think depending on what they do in season 4, because in the end, you're gonna want all the kids to end up with. In the end of it all, you want to see Johnny and Daniel patch things up and be co-owners of a dojo called Miyagi Kai or Cobra Miyagi. You know what I mean? And all the kids are there, and they get rid of Terry Silver and Lawrence. Was it John? No, not Lawrence. That's his name. The other guy, his sensei, the old man. I forget his name. Because you're going to run out of villains, you think about it, right? I mean, Terry Silver is like the last villain, They've gone through a lot of Karate Kid lore, I'm not going to lie. So they're going to have to get creative for season, not necessarily this season, because you can use Terry Silver to really kind of, but for the following season, they're really, really going to have to come up with some shit. Yeah, Kreese, that's who it is, Kreese. I think they did. Predator Hunting Grounds got boring pretty fast, and then they tried changing a few things, and it just made things worse. Yeah, that company that's been coming out with those games like Predator Hunting Ground and Friday the 13th, I'm hearing their games are pretty shitty. Mainly because of the matchmaking and networking aspect. I don't know. I'm sure they fixed it up by now, but if you don't get that kind of shit right out the gate, or fixed right away, your game is going to die. Will they reference the other Karate Kid in the show? That's interesting. You can't really do it without bringing in, what's-her-face? Hilary Swank. And she's kind of semi-retired now. You don't really see her around that much, if you think about it. Don't forget the guy, Mike Barnes, Yeah, but I heard an interview with him saying he wasn't involved in any of this shit. So I don't know. That doesn't mean anything. It could always be a swerve. But I don't see that dude being a villain either. I see him turning more like the kind of like Chosan. You know what I mean? Where ended up actually helping Daniel, and he didn't really hold a grudge anymore. I see him kind of becoming like that because he was a kid. When you grow up and you look back at things you've done, he might be like, Terry Silver was an asshole, and I don't really deal with him no more. Kind of like the guys from Cobra Kai, when Johnny went to go see them, they were all pretty stand-up guys now. One of them was a fucking priest. Who was it, Bobby? Was it Bobby that was a priest? I mean, the other one, I think the other one died in real life, didn't he? But they all seemed like they took the right turn in their life. So, what should I expect from Cobra Kai? Is it more action or is it a good story throughout the seasons? You've never seen Cobra Kai, Jim Kelly? Oh, you're a sinner. I'm very disappointed in you, considering how much me and you have in common. I thought you would have seen Cobra Kai by now. You have not seen it? Dude, do yourself a favor. Get the fuck off the stream and go watch this shit. You're out of your goddamn mind for not watching Cobra Kai. Wasn't she in a Thriller movie that came out recently? I remember seeing commercials and ads for the movie, but I forgot what it's called. I don't know what you're talking about. You must be talking to somebody else. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right. Good. Thank you for saying that. Jim Kelly.
Get him a body bag! Yeah! All right.
I saw the first season, Philosophy, and I really liked it. I don't know why I haven't seen it since. It's weird because I really did like the first season. And then the second season came out, and I was like, I'll get around to it. I was- Strike first, strike hard, no mercy, sir. That's right. Yeah, Cobra Kai is really good. Can you imagine? Jim Kelly rolls up in here. He's like, I haven't seen Cobra Kai. What can I expect? All you can expect is complete awesomeness. I don't think look, Cobra Kai is one of the few shows that I don't think anyone has said anything bad to say about it. Dead honest. Everybody will have something. There'll always be some people to say something negative about a certain show or a certain movie. I can genuinely say I haven't seen one person yet. That's not to say they don't exist. But in my circles and on the sites that I like to go to check out reviews, I haven't seen anyone say one bad thing about the show. Nah, not even close to cringy. Those people just have no life. When people say stuff is cringy, and there are things out there that are cringy, whether it's a show or whatever, but most times when people use that word, it's just because they're easily made uncomfortable because they don't have any hair on their balls. Like they don't know how to deal with situations or deal with things. Cringy a lot of times is not used in the right context. You know what I mean? Like if I see, you can see things that are cringy, but people who are made to feel cringy, this means they're weak. Oh, that's cringy. No, it's not cringy. You're just a fucking weak pussy. Monday Night Raw is cringy, I'm sure. I believe you on that one. I haven't watched Cobra Kai. You guys can shit on me. We'll shit on you.
Get him a body bag! Yeah! All right.
I was very surprised with Cobra Kai. I thought it was dumb. I remember, in fact, you know what's funny? I was talking about Cobra Kai before Cobra Kai was a thing. Because remember, nobody knows this. Cobra Kai first came out on YouTube. And I was so intrigued with the idea of the show that I actually signed up for the free trial just to watch it. And man, I was blown away. I was. I don't know why YouTube gave up on that. I don't know why they gave it to Netflix. That's like so stupid. But if it's on Netflix, I'll give it a shot. They produce some good stuff here and there. Well, I wouldn't go that far, Jim. They produce a lot of shit. They didn't actually produce this. YouTube did, believe it or not, of all things. They just bought it from YouTube. Cringy is one of the most overused words these days. Yeah. I wasn't a Karate Kid fan, and I was instantly hooked. You don't need to see any of the movies to get hooked. But if you see the movies, it does have a bigger effect. I will say that. Biggest fail in YouTube history. Expect that 2018 YouTube Rewind. I haven't watched the show until the beginning of this year when season 3 came out. It's because YouTube gave up on the whole program. That was like the only successful show. Nah, I think you can still sign up for it. You can still sign up for YouTube. The whole their streaming bullshit. YouTube and Apple suck. Their streaming services suck. Although I will say Apple's gotten some other stuff on there. I went to check back with it lately. I wanted to see if they made some updates. There is one show on Apple that I'm interested in watching, but I got to use a different email to sign up for another free trial. But it's it's like an alien show. You know me, I love the alien stuff, so I wanted to check it out. Have I seen Arcane? No, I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time bringing myself to watch an animated show about League of Legends. I know a lot of people are saying great things about it, but you know, Netflix is very much hit and miss. But when I found out it was on YouTube Red, I wasn't about it. Ha! YouTube just sucks. Ha! Well, you could have signed up for free and watched the whole thing. That's what I did. And then once I watched the first season, I canceled my thing so I wouldn't get charged. Seeing the movies make the series... Yeah, seeing the movies does make the series a lot better. You'll appreciate the series a lot more if you know the backstories from the movies. Yeah, very true. But you don't need to watch the movies to appreciate it. But the movies just bring a much greater impact. Oh, you're talking about the one on Apple Nuts? You actually pay for that? So you liked it? It was good. How many episodes? What is everyone's opinion of Masters of the Universe? I am not. I saw the first episode and I quit. The first episode when He-Man died and then Tila was bitching like a little ungrateful bitch. Yeah, I was like, okay, this is not for me. Do you have any interest in the upcoming Halo live action show? I doubt it. I mean, that might change after I play the game, but as of right now, I've never been a Halo fan, and that's not me saying the games are bad. It's just not for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not into it. Also, want to watch What We Do in the Shadows. Anyone seen that movie? Is fantastic. Someone told me the show's better. Yeah. Oh, we'll see, Takaiju. Maybe one day. I'll give it a watch. That movie's hysterical. What We Do in the Shadows. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about that one. What's it about anyway, Master Chief prequel? Did you say you were going to make a video on the garbage He-Man show? I mean, I could, but I wouldn't be able to say much. I only watched one episode and I gave up. The sad thing is, here's the sad thing. Back in the day, after the He-Man run, they did want to do something with Tila. There was a story arc for her. And this show is based on that story arc, but they just took it to a whole nother level. I wouldn't, this is the problem. Hollywood doesn't seem to realize that everyone, especially men, are all for lead female strong characters. What we don't like is doing it at the expense of men. Whether it's emasculating them, killing them off, making them seem like dickheads. And then on top of that, making your strong female characters Mary Sue's, where they just have all the power, all the perfection, and nothing else. You know what I mean? No flaws, no struggle. It's their writing that's making these shows suck. I mean, all you got to do is look to history for how popular a lot of female characters were growing up, I mean, again, you talk about characters like Leia and Ripley, and I know those are always the two most common names that come up, but I mean, there's a lot more than that. Those are just two very popular ones. But I mean, if you look at like the X-Men movies, a lot of the females were there. I mean, we had Jean Grey, Storm, right? Who else? Well, maybe not the movies. The show definitely. In the show, you had a bunch of women. You had, those two. You had Rogue. You know what I'm saying? You had Jubilee. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much female representation in comics and movies over the years. The whole idea that there's not enough of it is absolutely absurd. Oh, look at like Sarah Connor. I didn't even mention Sarah Connor. You know what I'm saying? I admit Tila was very bitchy. It was due to the fact that so many secrets were kept, and she was mad and tired of secrecy, which is understandable. Yeah, but then you just kind of walk out on everyone. Like, there's no room for forgiveness. I mean, that's stupid. I don't know. And they made Adam look like a pussy. I mean, granted, when he turns into He-Man, he looks like He-Man. But he looks like a little fucking pussy when he's not He-Man. That's not... Adam was still ripped in the original cartoon. The other female characters in the movie that are badass. Yeah, The Bride. I always forget about The Bride, which is ridiculous considering that's one of my favorite Quentin Tarantino movies, Kill Bill 1 and 2. I really, really love those two movies a lot. Halle Berry Storm was an interesting... Well, Halle Berry is a very hit-and-miss actress. I don't think Halle Berry's made for action movies. That's why. I don't think... Like, you look at a lot of her action movies, not all that good. Rob, did you ever see the movie The Tomorrow War? Is it worth watching? Oh, I love Tomorrow War, yeah. Yeah, what the fuck are you waiting for? You're like 2 months late. Okay, what the fuck's going on?
Get him a body bag! Yeah! All right.
Yeah, Tomorrow War is awesome. It's not like, don't expect a compelling tale or anything like that. But the concept, and there's some stupid parts, I'm not going to lie. There's some parts you're going to be like, why is this happening? But man, it is just a fun ride. Like, it's just opposite of all the other shit that's coming out, which I think is why it did so well. Because it did really well on Amazon. They're making a sequel, which is pretty absurd considering the ending of the movie. But you know, there's a lot of dumb things that happen in that movie. But man, those aliens are awesome, and it's just a fun movie. It's a fun movie. Could be a little like the idea of what's happening is kind of scary. You know what I mean? Not scary like you won't be able to sleep at night. Just the thought of having to go back to the past to get people to fight for the future, that's kind of insane. So that kind of makes it cool. But, you know, there are dumb things. Like if you saw in the trailer, these motherfuckers show up on a soccer field to tell everybody what's going on. Why not just show up, I don't know, to the government? Most women in Quentin Tarantino movies are strong in many different ways. Hell, even Salma Hayek in Desperado had her moments. Yeah, you just watched Kill Bill for the first time yesterday? Wow, you're late. Later, Wolf. Ooh, God. I didn't have dinner yet. I think I'm going to keep it simple after stream. I think I'm going to have 2 hot dogs with sauerkraut and onions and mustard, and then I wait an hour and go to bed and put my butt up against my wife and then just let it rip. Like, Dutch oven. I totally asked the wrong question, LOL. I saw the movie, meant to say, have you watched it? LOL. I like the alien design. It was probably the best alien design in a long time. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've watched it. I love that movie. I've seen it like 3 times already. I love the aliens in that movie, though. They could do so much if they made that a rated R movie and scale it down. Woo! Rob's the glizzy globber. What? And there's soubrette hot dogs with soubrette onions. Fire in the hole. She'll be out like a light. She wouldn't even know. If you ever, like, if you just started dating a girl, this is the funniest thing, because you ever start dating a girl and you guys get to the point where you're like staying at each other's place or whatever, or you just started living together, wait for them to go to sleep and then walk into the room and try not to fall asleep right away. Oh, they'll rip it once in a while. Like, if you're just dating a girl and she's like, oh, she looks good, she's gorgeous to you, and you can't even fathom the idea of her like cracking gas, wait for her to go to bed. Oh, she'll rip it, man. I guarantee you. Feed her something, like make sure you guys eat something like good that night, like maybe steak and onions, something with onions or cabbage. Wait for her to go to sleep and watch what happens. You're gonna be terrified. A whole new veil is gonna be lifted. Are you still gonna pitch a monster movie on Friday? Yes. Story wise, not a problem. Design wise, yeah, I'm having issues, especially considering I'm not even an artist. Not that I'm actually drawing something, just trying to picture something to describe is what I'm having a problem. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm doing conspiracies tomorrow. I don't even know if I'm streaming tomorrow, to be honest with you. Tomorrow's a very, very busy day. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be on here on time. Top 10 explosions created by man. Well, I can think of 2 right off the bat. The Mega Afro dude, what's going on? If you need any ideas for coming up with a monster design, Rob, I can help. No, I'm sure people can help, but I want to do it on my own. It has to be something. It's hard because I'm trying to really not make it like Godzilla. You know what I mean? But it also has to be something that people will like or that people will gravitate towards, so to speak, maybe. Maybe that's not such a good term. The problem is that a monster that stands upright is probably the one that's going to get the most attention. Like Cloverfield was cool and all, but I remember when Clover was fully shown for the first time, not so many people were impressed with it. Clover has had a much later effect on people. It's like people now talk about him like, oh yeah, he was cool, but for some reason, when he first came out and people saw him, people were like, that's it. You know what I mean? Or people were comparing him to the Muto much later when Godzilla 2014 came out. No, not a lion kaiju. That's too easy. You just make a lion and make it big. It's got to be something that is not easy to create. You know what I mean? Tiger? What the fuck? What is? That's not original. Like, I don't understand. Like, what do you mean a tiger? Like, just roar? Just take a tiger and scale it up? Where's the effort there? Again, Wolfman. We're just taking the Wolfman from any movie in the past and scaling it up. There's nothing easy. A golem? You just want me to make a big rock? What? Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. If I'm not ready by Friday, I'll give myself another day. Maybe do it Saturday. But that's the hard part. All the iconic monsters are just big animals. Kong is a gorilla. Gamera is a turtle. Godzilla is a T-Rex. Mothra is a moth. I don't consider Godzilla a T-Rex. Godzilla looks nothing like a T-Rex. I don't remember the last time I saw a T-Rex with dorsal plates. Or that breathe fire, or have charcoal-colored skin. Well, not to say that some T-Rexes didn't, but a tunnel-digging kaiju, according to Mike. Oh, Oprosaurus. Took me a minute to figure that one out. That was good. So basically, a Frankenstein-like creature where it's some new, different, and unique. Nah, I'm not gonna do Frankenstein. No, he's going to be biological. Biomechanical or mechanical would mean that it has to be man-made or it's got to be alien. I don't want any of that. Godzilla's design was supposed to be a mix between a couple of dinosaurs. A kaiju I would do is a giant serpent that lives in the desert and has a quicksand powers. Well, you're 5 years too late because I made a giant serpent 5 years ago. So sorry. Already poor man copywritten. Rob, you see the Across the Spider-Verse snippet? Yes, I did. A giant jellyfish-like monster? No, that doesn't sound very exciting. Isn't that just the dune worm? That's a good point. He got you there. Yeah, Mike, stop stealing other people's ideas, man. Dune already has sandworms. Mike's gonna come back. Well, this one's a serpent. The same difference. There's sand, powers. Rob, if you watch Invasion, let me know what you think about the ending of this last episode. I think you'll like most of the series. Yeah, I just got to use a different email. I don't want to pay for Apple, so I'll sign up for another free trial and see if I can finish it. I'll probably be able to. What was it, 10 episodes? Yes, yeah, I told you you'd say that. So the only difference between your serpent and the only difference between your serpent and a sandworm is that yours is a serpent and the sandworm's a sandworm. Because the sandworm has quicksand powers too. You are in film school. You know not to steal other people's ideas. Anybody big in it? Any like big stars or? Well, not big stars, but like people we've seen before, I guess is my question. Because it lives in the sand? Yeah, so do the sandworms. Mike's got, see, this is how you know somebody loves an IP way too much. He doesn't even realize he's just making another version of the sandworm and trying to justify the difference by saying it's a serpent. Honeycomb powered tail. A honeycomb powered tail? What do you mean by that? Like the tail shaped like a honeycomb and it has powers, or the tail shoots out like honey or jelly, like honey jelly or some shit. I don't know. You're going all over the place, Mike. I'm going to have to decline your pitch. That's actually what he's making. He's making a version of the dune worm and the graboids. Tremors. A tail that makes Cheerios. There you go. Everybody would love that monster. He'd be throwing out honey smacks from his tail. Mike is the world serpent that was supposed to be in Godzilla vs. Kong. We need to see the world serpent in the MonsterVerse. The tail's like a rattlesnake's tail, but the serpent naturally creates honey that he shoots out. The honey would be poisonous. Well, I know exactly what to create to kill this fucker. A giant bear with immunity to poison. Boom. Your serpent is dead. I don't know, shooting out honey from the tail. And I thought Godzilla shooting laser beams from his tail was crazy. Yeah, why can't it just be like maybe tree sap? Maybe he's got a tree trunk for a tail and shoots out maple syrup. Oh, that was good, Rob. That was good. The bear wouldn't survive the quicksand, though? Sure he would. Sure he would. Are you kidding? You know how much a bear can churn? Man, he'll churn his ass out of that quicksand, no problem. Uh-oh. It's the serpent kaiju. Look, he's shooting out bottles of Aunt Jemima. I do say, Big Snake, keep shooting out that honey. Even better, a kaiju-sized version of the Chinese Prime Minister would, yeah. The head would be like the head would be like that fish that lives in the deep ocean. Mike, there's a lot of fish that live in the deep ocean. Oh boy. That fish that lives in the deep ocean. Jesus Christ. You talk about a trout, flounder, halibut, salmon, cod. You know, are we going a little deeper? So like whale, beluga whale, sperm whale. It's a baby fucking whale. Oh, 100 for the Isa Gonzalez. I need her in my life. The anglerfish. Yeah. Well, you know. It's a baby fucking anglerfish, Jay. Wow. Well, how am I supposed to know? Like, there's more than just the anglerfish that lives in the deep sea. You got squid, right? He could have meant squid. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to make a Cthulhu monster. Who knows? Sharks, that's true. Earth is way more alien than we thought. Earth definitely has its moments. I hear something weird. Or at least I heard something weird, I should say. Boom, 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 boom. But see, there's already a giant squid kaiju, right? Isn't it? What's his name? Is this a? Oh my god, what's that damn giant squid? Even though it looks pretty ridiculous. Somebody here has to know the name of the giant squid. Oh, man. God, I hope I get some sleep tonight. I'm probably going to call it like in 10 minutes, guys. No, not the crab. I'm talking about the old school one from Toho. Gazora, I think that's what it was. Yeah. Yeah, Gazora, that's it.
You
No,
are one
that's
awesome
a giant octopus.
motherfucker.
I'm talking about giant squid.
Bobby Reynolds tipped $5. Rob said to Lenny, all right. Time for some answers. Who the shell are you guys? Lenny said, I was about to ask you the same question. Rob said, don't get cute. Lenny said, we can help it. We were born that way.
That's pretty good. Thanks for the 5. Giant squid equals giant deep fried calamari. Man, I could really go for some calamari, man. I think you just said the magic word. But my wife wants to have lunch tomorrow, so I'll save my money. People call deep sea creatures alien, but we are more alien than them because we came from after them. Okay. All right. Oh my God. Oh, sorry guys. I don't mean to keep yawning. Like when I say I didn't get any sleep yesterday, I really mean it. I hardly got any sleep. Yeah, I love calamari. Oh my God. Calamari, clams. Love so much crustacean mussels. Crab, lobster, shrimp. Man, I need to shut the fuck up. Rob, you said your kids didn't see the first 2 Spider-Man movies, Tom Holland's films, or no, Tom Holland. They've seen the other ones. My daughter was once a huge Spider-Man. She still is. Not as big as she was when she was like younger. Like literally used to wear Spider-Man shirts and have Spider-Man
You are
stuffies
one awesome
and all that.
motherfucker.
What's going on, Nicholas?
Headline news tipped $5. We interrupt this broadcast for an important news update. This just in, breaking news. It's been confirmed that there are fish living in the deep ocean. It was thought fish only swam at 100 feet, but we now have proof that they can hold their breath too.
Oh, I knew that's where he was going. That was funny. Oh, man. That was from Turtles Forever. Crab legs are great. I love crab legs. You have never lived. I had king crab in Jersey. Holy shit, that was awesome. Yeah, king crab is. Whew. Is it me who's late? Yeah, because we're actually finishing like in 5 minutes. Rob's taking an early night off tonight because I need to sleep. I can't believe this. This changed everything. I know, right? I wonder what kind of other fish we can find. That's all right, Gerard. You didn't know. But yeah, you're about an hour and a half late. We did start at 8 o'clock. I know. I'm really hungry. I wonder if this is... I'm looking on my phone to see if there's anything that's still open at this time. I don't think so. Or anything in the seafood category. I don't think so, though. Right? Let me see. What do we got? Anything still open? I mean, that's the one thing of the South. There's nothing open. Whoa. The Crab House. Let's see. The Crab House. And negative because those prices are insane. Oh, the other seafood place I like is closed though. Off the Hook Seafood. They got great seafood. Yeah, pretty much everything's closed. There's only like 5 restaurants open. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, no, that's in the seafood category, but overall I think there's... Oops. Yeah, there's not much open. No, I'm gonna have my hot dogs, and I'll have food out with my wife tomorrow. Whoa, Crab House sounds good. Yeah, I think it was like $54 for like, but I think that's like a whole mess of crab legs. I'm a meat and potato guy myself. Yeah, I think there's quite a bit of that in here. I haven't had a good baked potato in a while. Most of the oceans have never been explored, so let's not act like everyone here knows everything about the deep sea ocean. Well, they know that they were aware that there were fish in the deep sea. You know? I mean, they did say angler. You didn't. You didn't even know what the fuck it was, so. Yeah, we actually have two places like that here. So that place I haven't been to yet. The other place me and my wife been to, and they are good. Oh, man, they have pretty much every crab. Like, I had blue crab for the first time at that restaurant, like, a couple of months back. I had never had blue crab before, and it was really good. They have regular crab, and, all the other stuff, all the other crustaceans. The one stream I missed, LOL figures. What stream did you miss? You've been here nuts. You think the megalodon's out there? Favorite crab? I mean, king crab is probably the best, but it's pretty pricey now. Who knows? The megalodon might still be out there. There's a possibility. It seems to be a popular topic now. A lot of people are talking about that. Except Mike. Mike doesn't think it exists at all. But he still thinks Michael Jackson's alive, so there's that. Oh, yeah, you weren't here for that? Oh, I thought you were. Inflation, yeah. Most of the oceans haven't been explored. Spoilers, bro. Yeah, I think they say like 70 or 80% of the waters have not been explored. It's a lot of water. Oh, I already gave him a Seinfeld philosophy. You missed it. No, because if it was still out there, then most of the whale species would be extinct due to the Meg destroying its food supply. I don't know. It depends how many Megs are alive, dude. If there's like only a couple, then they're not going to extinct the whole race by themselves. Michael Jackson lives in Oprah's tunnels? What? Yo, you just spoiled episode 2021 of Earth. The fuck, Mike? What? The fuck are you talking about? I didn't even heard that show. What in the hell? We would see it out there killing whales. Well, who's to say that they only eat whales, though? Also, if the Meg was somehow alive, then other prehistoric sea creatures would be too. Well, that's not necessarily true. Just heard a weird noise. MJ's the vice president. Ooh. All right, guys. I'm gonna take off early tonight because I want to have something to eat, and then I got to try and get some rest. I might have to get to a doctor and get this checked out because this has been going on for like 4 months and has not let up, and I don't know why. So the megalodon's not alive. If it were, we'd know about it. Really? I mean, all right. Here's the thing. Before I go, see, that's what makes no sense to me. People think, and I'm not saying people here, but a lot of people think there is a chance that Bigfoot exists, but not the megalodon. Because to me, you got a better chance of finding Bigfoot than you do of finding megalodon. So I don't know. That's just me. But anyway, you guys have a good night. We'll be back tomorrow night, hopefully. If you don't see me pop up, don't be surprised, because we're basically getting ready for Christmas, so we might be decorating our tree tomorrow, and if we do, I'm not going to be on stream. Get with the family and do that. But it depends. We may also do it Saturday, in which case, well, I'll still be on Saturday, because in which case Saturday we'll be doing it in the afternoon. But considering we're going to wait for the kids to get home, wait for my wife to get out of work, so we won't be starting till late. So, but if we finish early enough, then I'll be on. You know what I mean? But either way, I'll definitely see you guys Friday and Saturday. So if you don't see me tomorrow, you got me 2 more days after that. So, all right, guys, have a good night. I'm going to go have my hot dogs. See if I can watch an episode of that show, The Invasion. And then it'll go night-night. I'll go night-night-night. All right, guys, thanks for coming through, and I'll talk